I would love to stop having these conversations with you guys when I'm butt-ass naked, but it always hits me once I get out of the shower, you know? I have a cute robe. Give me 1 second. That's better. I wish this shit would stay. It's just so great that you guys can't see my pussy. Anyways. Greetings. So yeah, I had another revelation when I was in the shower today. In this beautiful afternoon. Because so many things are happening. I'll tell you guys. A year ago, yesterday, I went to Raw Waves concert. That was my first concert that I went to, for real. It wasn't my first show, but it was just big for me. Cause I was working at Stop and Shop. They don't pay that much. I was working at Stop and Shop and I was saving up. I was like saving up so that I can go to the show, but like again, they don't pay that much, and I still had like to take care of myself on those, you know what I'm saying, living off those paychecks. So it was a little bit of a struggle. It wasn't a struggle. It was nothing but a thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice certain things for other things. But yeah, more of the story is it was very pivotal for me, at least. I'll never forget it. And it was very emotional because that album, like, after that album came out, I really do feel like I was going through a time, for sure. I was going through a big transition in my life. And in the words of my sister, Rod Wave saved me. So it was like very tea. So here we are a year later and I'm in a completely different place and I feel amazeballs. And he's actually going on tour again. But I say all this to say I feel like there are a lot of just full circle and synchronicity moments. And that's why I was like, let me just pick up the camera or whatever. But, you know, all my life, you know, I'm sorry, not to sound like a motherfucking Aquarius. I'm not an Aquarius. And I don't really have Aquarian in my chart. But all my life I had to fight, for real. All my life, you know, I was always misunderstood. And, you know, for a long time, I didn't accept that. I didn't want that to be my truth. I wanted to blend in and conform because blending and conforming, for me, it was less about being accepted and more about, it was like a protection, like a mask in a sense, because there was no confrontation. If I'm blending in and I'm conforming and I'm just like everybody else, no one's going to question me. But even in my attempts to blend in and conform, people would still fucking question me. And I think it's because no matter what mask I try to put on, I'm still going to be Kayla. You know what I'm saying? My energy, undeniable. I cannot be ignored and I won't be denied. I am here and I am alive. And it challenges people sometimes, and that's okay. See, it happens. But yeah, so I had to learn the hard way, especially coming into my early 20s, that I will not be ignored and confrontation will not just cease to follow me as long as I exist. As long as I exist and do the things that I want and say the things that I want and engage in and practice the things that I feel is aligned with myself, I will not, like, confrontation, it won't miss a beat. It's just, it's a thing. So whatever, I've accepted this about myself. But when I first accepted it, it was like, I accepted it and I was like defeated. I was like, fuck. I'm gonna have to stand up for myself. And it just felt like a chore. Like, why do I always have to prove myself? That's the place I was coming from. It just felt like I always had to prove myself no matter where I went. Because I was being questioned, it's like I have to let these motherfuckers know, I know you feel threatened, but I'm no threat. I'm no threat. I'm not the cops, you know what I'm saying? And I don't bite. I do, but I'm not finna bite you. Bitch, I don't want to taste you. Are you kidding me? But yeah, so I just felt like so conflicted and just like, woe is me, because I have to prove to these people that I am no threat. Until, again, this new revelation that I had, Kayla, it literally has nothing to do with proving yourself. You weren't given this opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to prove yourself or oftentimes even defend yourself. You were given this opportunity because you're worth the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're worth the fight. You're worth the fight of existing in the space that you have created for yourself. You're worth the fight in standing up for yourself and what's right when the time comes. And you're worth saying, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm standing in, and that's just it. You want to have a conversation about it, I'm all ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never not an opportunity to learn. I remember I was having this conversation with my friend one time. We was at camp, and she was kind of just expressing that, like, she feels as though, like, what she could contribute to camp, they don't deserve. Like, she could do so much for them if that was the vibe, and if they gave her the space to, if they gave her the tools to, whatever the case may be. Like, she could really turn this bitch upside down for real, but, like, on a good note. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, but I just, you know, I'm not going to do that because they don't deserve it. And I'm like, babe, it's not about them. It's about you. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of your personhood, you're saying I'm going to do this because I can. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's going to make an impact, and that's what I want to do. Fuck if they deserve it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, like, that don't matter. Like, the outcome doesn't matter. It's the doing. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just had to have that same conversation with myself. Like, it literally does not matter if they understand you. It does not matter if they hear you. It does not matter if they feel you. The point is, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm alive. I'm worthy. And I'm a human being. What the fuck? Like, literally, it always comes down to, like, I'm literally a human being just like you. You're not about to violate me. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to disrespect me. I made a TikTok about trolling therapy. Trolling therapy is a word that I coined. Get into it. And it's basically a term that I coined, and it's basically just like being yourself, but like to the extreme, kind of just to see what people will say and do. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of just being like, in the perfect world, I could say this and get away with it. Kind of like employing that mindset and just going with it and seeing where it takes you. And I've been trying to lean into that more because I really, like, I don't like confrontation at all, because I don't have a lot of patience, and I'm always just scared of being in danger myself. But I have to realize that as long as I got me, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. As long as I got the Lord, I'm good. And I'm never alone though. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, I'm literally never alone, and I just feel like I'm always supported, always encouraged. Even if I can't see it with my eyes, I feel it, like it's there. Another point I wanted to get into, I really do be feeling like I'm clairvoyant for real. Like, sometimes, I don't know how to describe it. Some decisions that I make, like, there are times where there are decisions that I make, like, it's like a goal. Like, I'm planning, I'm doing my research, I'm like, this is how I need to get to where I want to go. These are the steps that I need to take. Whoop-de-whoop, da-de-de-de-da. Right? But there are other times where I make a decision and it's like, it's not that there's no thought behind it, but it doesn't take a lot because I just know. Like, it's kind of like an intuition type thing. Like, I just know. In the moment, I may not consciously know that this will be an opportunity of growth for me, but like the future me, the me that's on this other timeline, is already reaping the benefits. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like life, especially for me, literally, like, you know how in some games you get different options? It don't matter what option you choose, because it's gonna work out. Like, it's kind of just gonna keep rolling, is basically what I'm saying. So when because there are often times where I'll make decisions and I'm met with discomfort, or I don't like it, or I'm like, this is too slow, or I'm like, this is not making me feel anything. I have to remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, surface level, that's what I'm perceiving it to be. But long term, no matter what I do, I'm telling you, no matter what I engage in, it's always contributing to a separate timeline wherever I am. And that bitch is rejoicing. Always. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it don't matter what decision I make. Like, I'm telling you, like, some people, I feel like they look at me and they like, why do you do the things that you do? Sometimes I don't know. I don't know in the moment, but I know I'm supposed to be doing it. Do you understand? Like, I know I'm supposed to be doing it. Like, I just know that it's going to work out. It doesn't matter what I choose to do. It will always work out. Like, that's just a given. And I think it's because of trust. It's really because of trust within self. Like, I don't have no worry. So I had to, like, I don't know how, let me think of the words. When reprogramming the mind, it helps because I'm like, if I didn't overthink this decision, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's separate, if I didn't overthink and put that much energy into like something like shaving my head, why would I sit here and overthink and put energy or like excessive energy into like how someone's perceiving me? But I just know that it's, I don't want to say it's easy to retrain your brain, but it's possible. And I do it all the time because I'm like, if I'm good in this moment, why wouldn't I be good in the next? You know? I don't. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like, I feel great, basically. I feel really good and I feel really confident about where I'm going. Bitch, you worried about the wrong thing. It's you. It's your world. You're all you got at the end of the day. And not in like a depressing, like, I don't need nobody. Because I be needing a lot of help for my loved ones. But just on some like, if you don't trust yourself, you can't trust anyone else. You know what I'm saying? If I don't trust that I got it, if I don't trust that I'm the best hand, I will never trust that your hands are big enough to hold me, babe. It's just not gonna work. So that's just tea. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say right now. And I look so cute. My sister said my head looked like an egg, and it really did hurt my feelings.